We're walking the beach here in Vung Tau, Vietnam, and this is Back Beach. It's the beach on this little peninsula that faces the ocean. Tell me when you want me to cross over and see, because to me, maybe not the best, but one of the great parts about going to a beach like this is all the development along the road. There's a road, of course, that runs along the beach all the way down. On the other side is just a row of hotels, restaurants, and all sorts of things. And, well, it's fun to walk along and see what kind of development there is. That beach vibe that goes with all the businesses. So whenever you get a hankering to see what's over there, just say, hop off the beach and go over and see. The beach is long. We're not going to walk the whole thing, obviously. We're just going to walk along, see what we see. And let me know when you want to explore the off-beach area. It's not even really off-beach. It's just across the street.
TV people told Stan Lee that Bruce was sounding too gay. So they basically made Stan Lee change it. Stan Lee was like, "What?" But Bruce
I thought it sounded too Australian.
That's the story anyway. It was too. Didn't think it was heteronormative enough. So. Ever seen it before?
We were just talking about Sidney Poitier.
We're talking about the Sidney Poitier movie that I watched last night, and I very much enjoyed it. It's supposed to be one of his best films, and I very much enjoyed it. Never seen it before? Because
worth watching.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you like wonderful performances, Sidney Poitier was a great actor. And there was an Elvis movie on today. It's Elvis and Bill Bixby, who you may know, most famous for playing. It was David Banner in the Incredible Hulk TV series. He wasn't
David Banner.
He was not Bruce Banner. He was David.
Like Bruce Banner's cousin.
No, he was David Bruce Banner. They called him David Banner.
Bruce.
They called him David Banner. You know, Stan Lee loved those alliterative names. He loved it because it's stuck in people's heads. It's catchy, like Peter Parker and Reed Richards, and Sue Storm, and Scott Summers. The TV people told Stan Lee that Bruce was sounding too gay. This is me being an old man, but because the television had been turned off on TCM, of course, when we turned it back on, that's what it was on. And there was an Elvis movie on today. It's Elvis and Bill Bixby. So it was Bruce Banner, right? Well, when they were developing the TV show, apparently this is real. The Incredible Hulk TV show with Bill Bixby as Banner and Lou Ferrigno famously as Hulk. The TV people told Stan Lee that Bruce was sounding too gay. So they basically made Stan Lee change it. Stan Lee was like, "What?" But Bruce
I thought it sounded too Australian.
That's the story anyway. It was too. Didn't think it was heteronormative enough. So.
All right. Should we stay on the beach?
Yeah, go a little further.
Okay. We've got an area of flags. See the flags down?
Yeah, I see that. What is that for?
It's just a.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So we priced these chairs. They're $5 for 3 chairs, and usually at the beach, I didn't have. Usually at the beach, you get them all day, as long as you want to sit on them anyway. That's a good deal.
It's not terrible.
The booze being served here.
My gosh, they're not going to let you go out up to your thighs in the seawater. They're not going to serve booze here.
They might as well if you're only get to go up to your thighs. That's my take on it.
I mean, maybe it's got something to do with the currents or something today, but that's an awful short distance.
But then again, you kind of expect that when you go to a beach where there's a ton of people. It looks like, when I say a ton of people, I mean, it looks like there's a gazillion people here, but as we approach, you realize that everybody's actually spread out pretty well. It's one of one of the things I think that was pointed out in the U.S. at the beginning of the pandemic, people were freaking out because they would see shots of people at the beach, and it looked like a lot of people, but in fact, the beach is outdoors, and they do kind of spread out. They're not actually crowded, so it's not quite as bad as it seems. Personally, I'd still rather go to a beach that is not all that crowded.
Well, you've always got constant airflow. I mean, there's always a wind.
Right, yeah. Is that good or bad? Is it blowing coronavirus into your face, or is it blowing it away from you?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I guess it depends on where you are in relation to other people.
Again, mostly is how concentrated are people. And even the groups of chairs that look like they're crowded up, when you get close, you realize there's a good 20 feet between most of them, at least 10 feet apart. So I don't think it's that bad of an environment, but mostly for me right now is coronavirus levels here in the South Vietnam are exceedingly low. It's not so great in North Vietnam right now. There's some pretty high levels, but they had their surge here in the summer, and everybody seems to be. I mean, the rates are pretty low now, so I'm not too worried.
But yeah, it's.
This is a city of less than 700,000.
Okay, and there's 6. And we've got 20,000 here, and there's 6. If I'm reading this correctly, there's. And wait, those are new cases.
No, the 6 was new cases too. 6 new.
All the point we're trying to make is there's much less of the coronavirus where Wesley is than there is where I am.
And I think that's a safe point to make.
And that's Wesley's in Vietnam, and I'm in America.
But again, Ho Chi Minh City, this area of the country, was just eaten up with the virus over the summer. It was really going crazy. There were days where they had 16,000 new cases a day, 17,000. Now that's in a city of, I think, 13 million. So it is not. There are a lot of people here, but that was right. A lot of cases. And Hanoi was doing great at the time. We had very few cases. Now it's reversed. Hanoi's got tons of new cases, and this whole southern part of the country is doing fairly well. And part of the reason I left Ho Chi Minh City was to come here because it's a smaller town and there are a lot fewer cases here. In fact, it was kind of a surprise to see there were any new cases at all, because outside of Ho Chi Minh City, there really weren't that many areas listed that had new cases here, but this was one. This is just a few.
So this is some of the, I guess, the boardwalk kind of thing, not technically, but along the edge of the beach here.
Yeah. So this is the public park. I'll get to the park and we'll see a little bit of it. So they've got park and walk and beach. Very nice area. And on the other side of the street there, a lot of hotels. You go a little bit farther down the beach, and this ends, and it turns into resorts. So the resorts, it's still a public beach, but the resorts kind of block access, so it's kind of private to them.
Mm-hmm.
But this part of the beach is for the general public. And you can sort of tell if you just look at the beach, see where all the people are. If you look, I don't know if you guys can see far enough down the beach, it just sort of dries up. That's where access pretty much ends. You could get on there, but you'd have to carry your cooler and your toys and things down the beach. So obviously most people don't do that. But people come to a beach like this because it's a big public beach. It's a very different environment than being somewhere where you get the beach to yourself. I got to say, in Southeast Asia, it's not hard to find that. So I would say people are coming here by choice to actually be in around a lot of other people. That's the environment. That's what we're looking for. Because some people like other human beings, I'm told.
What a weirdos.
What a bunch of weirdos. No, it's nice. It's a lovely environment. Oh, and maybe it's worth mentioning, we were looking at what we call the South China Sea.
What do they call it?
I think in Vietnamese it translates as the East, because it's east here.
That makes sense.
It does. I was going to talk about the South China Sea, but South China Sea is right in the middle of a lot of Southeast Asian countries. It's south of China, east of Vietnam, north of Malaysia and Indonesia, west of the Philippines, I think I left out Port Brunei, but yeah, that's it. So the South China Sea is basically, it's like the Mediterranean of this part of the world. All the nearby countries border it, access it, and need it for trade and fishing and all the things that you need the ocean for. Let's wander across the street.
Everything's slowing down on the video. Yeah, it looks. Oh, there we go. It must just hit a little slow spot in the Wi-Fi or something.
Yeah, that's going to happen. And honestly, I think we'll spend most of our time in larger cities while doing the show. But occasionally we'll come to a place like this, and I think they don't have 5G in Vietnam, but they have a lot of what they call 4G plus, which seems to give really stellar service, as good as anything I need personally for this. But a smaller town like this doesn't have that. It has got basic 4G. So I've noticed more slowdown and low resolution here than we were getting in anywhere else.
I'm not in a big city. I think technically I'm in the greater metropolitan area for Atlanta, but I don't think there's 5G has gotten out here yet either.
No, last I checked, and I don't check it often, last I checked, America was pretty far behind on 5G. But I am comparing it to China, and they've got it basically everywhere. So I just thought this street looked neat, so I wanted to walk up it.
That's fine.
Again, for me, one of the better parts of going to the beach is all the stuff around it. I mean, the beach is fun to walk on for a few minutes, but I would much rather get lost in the little beach community that's right next to it than to spend all my time just standing on the sand and looking at the water. It's worth noting there's a lot of neat places here. I'm actually kind of surprised everything's going because it's only, what is it? It's almost 9. Oh, are you frozen or just me?
No, I'm not frozen.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, I guess I say that, but I don't know what's happening on your end. But I mean, me personally, I'm not frozen.
Well, it is very cold there, so I have to check, make sure you have not frozen.
It's cold. It's supposed to get down into the upper 20s, I think, here Fahrenheit degrees for the rest of the world, which is would be just a little below 0 in Celsius. So.
That's right. As long as it's close to 32, a completely arbitrary number, it's easy to figure in Celsius because it's got to be close to 0.
Right. Yeah.
Yay.
I don't know what the formula is, and probably even if I did, couldn't do it in my head.
I'm showing you that there's plenty of, it's not kitsch. What do we call this stuff? Tchotchke, tourist junk.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, it's a universal. Love to see that the world is the same everywhere. This area actually does remind me of the Florida Panhandle.
Yeah.
There's some parallels.
Yeah, there definitely are, for sure. You can see it, like all the little, like you said, tchotchke stands and that kind of thing. Yeah, you can, and yeah, there's some of that vibe. Absolutely. I
mean, the people that plan for the city of Panama City could probably learn a good bit from this place. Obviously it's a bigger town, so I don't want to be too, and they're really close to a very big city, so I don't want to be too hard on poor Panama City Beach. But it does feel like if they had designed the city to be more of a city, you could walk off the beach there and have this much options.
Mm-hmm. Why was that whole street blocked by cars back there, just sitting in a row?
Because one of them's backing up. You just can't tell if it's moving slowly.
I didn't know if you're going to be able to. I thought it felt like one of those end of the street kind of things, like in a video game, and it's like you can't go any further. There's just 3 cars sitting here going the same way, blocking the street. Sorry.
Did you think I was going to be hit an invisible barrier and not be able to progress?
Part of me did, yeah.
Well, it's not invisible, but there's one right here. This is the end of the street.
Oh, Tar Hotel. Oh.
Hotel that celebrates tar.
It's made of tar.
That's really nice.
It's
all right.
That tar-based creature that was in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
The one that killed Tar, the one that killed Yar, the tar that killed Yar.
The tar that killed Tasha Yar.
Could be that.
It's his hotel.
Oh,
95% off.
Oh, no. Practically free.
I'm just a floating head. Oh, my gosh. Just a floating head. Could you imagine?
Good. I would say, Mecca-lecca-hi, mecca-hiney ho.
Pee-wee's Playhouse reference.
Yes, that was.
Did you?
Take it at you.
Did you remember the cowboy? What was he, like the cartoon cowboy or something? I forget what it was. He was a cowboy on that show. It was Lawrence Fishburne.
No, really?
Yeah, in a very early role for him. Yeah, it sure was.
Wow. I gotta
I
go
saw
back and
that.
see this. That's gotta be
Yeah.
on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. I think Pee Wee's Playhouse was on Netflix. It wasn't one time recently. I think that's right. Yeah, it was Florence Fishburne.
Did that whole show start off as an adult style comedy routine where it was all sexual innuendo?
It was. I think it was Paul Rubens doing a stand-up routine. Yeah, as Pee Wee Herman, and that was the thing. Russ won't mind if we would talk about Star Trek.
He's on track for Star Trek. You said it. You made that joke 10 years ago, and I always stuck in my head. I'm on track for Star Trek. And for people who don't know, with our accent, that it sounds the
Season's
same.
almost over.
Season's almost over, is it?
Yeah, at least for American football. This Sunday is the Super Bowl. It's going to be a great game. Yeah, at least for American football. Let me be clear. Sorry. I mean, let me be clear. The NFL season is coming to a close. This Sunday is the Super Bowl.
I can show the comments to everyone. Of course, you were the everyone, so you kind of already knew it was there.
Don't write anything embarrassing.
Unless you
like this Obama
to be
impersonation.
Obama was a great president, but all the impressions of him are an embarrassment to the nation.
I haven't seen those films in so long. I really want to see Police Squad, which is the very short-lived TV show it was based on. I've seen a few episodes. I don't think there are many, but I really
how short-lived was it?
I think it was single-digit number of episodes. Maybe it was not much.
Oh wow! Hey, we gotta talk. This is the perfect time to talk about something that has nothing to do with the beach. Don't you think?
Okay. Yeah.
So I posted it before when we thought we were going to be in Cambodia, and then that fell through. But I want to do a meditation session because it's a thing in Cambodia. There's a wat that allows guests to come and meditate. And by guests, I mean foreigners. To come if you're, a guest of the country. If you're a tourist, not a purist. I know an hour long of silent meditation on the live stream is probably not the most riveting live stream. So I want to do it in some way that is watchable to see what's there, Put a caveat on that. It's possible that I walk in with a camera and they'll be like, go yourself. Don't bring a camera in here and then you won't get any of it. Whatever I can show is what I'm shooting.
You don't want to piss off holy people.
You never know when they're going to be for your.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, they're in good with the higher powers of the universe. But
these are Theravada Buddhists, so I don't know that they believe in power. You don't really have to be super powered to rough me up. Probably be an old lady and frighten me in some way.
Yeah, we don't want to be like, oh, they're all Buddhist monks. That means they all know karate and can do Dragon Ball Z moves.
So there's an Imperial Hotel in Las Vegas, same name, and it's done in it's supposed to be like an ancient Chinese theme or Chinese architectural theme. The one here appears to be in Imperial French, the architectural style. I just thought that was ironic.
Jesus famously was not a fan of beaches. Not many people know that. Sorry, that came across as a very much Jesus was against. Jesus didn't like beaches. Not many people know that. Wow, Russ is schooling me with his Jesus knowledge.
Really, Sea of Galilee says. What happened to the Sea of Galilee? Maybe Russ will come on and tell me.
I'm assuming there was a beach there. That's what he's getting at. Jesus doesn't need a beach. He can walk on water. He didn't really know the difference.
He doesn't know the difference?
I'm sure, it's like an abstract concept, but as far as I can walk on this, I can't walk on that. Just say, I'll say to him. Does Russ want to come on? I don't know. I don't know if Russ has got a set up to come on.
Well, he's invited for the future if he decide he wants to.
On the phone and headphones and stuff.
Well, I got to admit, finding the beach boring now. What about you?
I mean, it would be great to have somebody else on here besides just me. I mean, because I bet you're getting tired of my crap by now.
I was going to say the reverse, that you're getting tired of being the only one babysitting me.
You're the one
who need more babies. I'm just walking down the beach. I mean, to be honest, if you made it this far, you like this video. need to admit it to yourself and click the like button.
I mean, because the first step in admitting you have a problem is fixing it.
The first step is admitting you have a problem. That's right.
Russ also thought his body language was saying you should get out. Now this guy's not going to be happy. I was like, what is that crazy American doing?
I was able to stoop down. I think he was giving me the sorry, you can't stoop down look.
Pitying you. That
was pity.
He wasn't upset that you were doing it. He was like, oh man.
You're pathetic. People actually do watch these videos and support YouTube channels. It's such an alien concept to me. I laugh when I say you can support the channel. But probably I should not do that because you can, and I want your support, and I would like for people to support the channel in whatever way you can.
Share, like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Not personal issue, just on the whole visa thing that's going on. Tomorrow, this is the height of excitement. Tomorrow, I go take the test, and then the day after, it'll be Thursday, I go get the results. Once I have the PCR results in my hand, the path will be clear for the flight on Saturday. So
testing means the COVID test, ladies and gentlemen.
The PCR COVID test, that's right. So go take the PCR test, and I assume I don't have COVID, so it should be fine. But you never know what wacky things are going to get in the way. So our next video, I should have an answer for you guys of whether I will be trapped in Vietnam for the rest of eternity because I can't, will have overstayed my visa, or whether everything went great and I'll be headed to Phnom Penh.
Jag testar och de här kommer runt det personer som tar över. Jag är med sig för mig in på dörren. Men jag kan ändå vara till lobby. Ja, 4. Den är typ. Jag kan röra mig för från. Helvete. Nej, kom det. Ja, jag testar och de här kommer runt det personer som tar över. Jag är med sig för mig in på dörren. Men jag kan ändå vara till lobby. Ja, 4. Den är typ. Jag kan röra mig för från. Helvete. Nej, kom det. Ja, jag